didn't build that fear. Something else did something with claws, and it's been dead for 10,000 years, but it's still steering your body right now. That flinch when a shadow moves wrong in your peripheral vision. That prickle on the back of your neck in an empty parking garage. You think that's you. It isn't. It's a leftover survival system, built by creatures that used to eat us, and it never got the memo that they're mostly gone. Go back 2 million years. Early hominins were not the top of the food chain, we were mid-shelf. Leopards dragged our ancestors' bodies up into trees. Hyenas trailed hunting parties waiting for the weak or the wounded. Researchers studying South African cave sites have found hominin bones with puncture marks that match the spacing of leopard canines almost exactly. We weren't just occasionally hunted. For a huge stretch of our evolutionary history, we were regular menu items. That kind of pressure doesn't just kill individuals. It edits a species. The ones who froze at a rustle in the grass, who felt their gut twist before they consciously registered danger, survived to pass that wiring on. The calm ones, the slow to flinch ones, they got eaten first, quietly, and their genes went with them. Here's the part that should bother you. That editing process didn't stop when we started building spears, or cities, or smartphones. It's still sitting in your skull. The psychologist Arne Maan ran a series of studies where he flashed images at people's snakes, spiders, mixed in with flowers and mushrooms, and timed how fast people spotted the dangerous one in a grid. People picked out the snake or the spider significantly faster than the flower, even when the images were meaningless line drawings. Your visual system isn't scanning the world neutrally. It's already preloaded with a search image for thing that might kill me. And that image was drawn by predators that stopped mattering millennia ago. Wait, it gets stranger. Maan's research, along with earlier work by Susan Minecka on fear conditioning in rhesus monkeys, showed something almost unfair. Humans and other primates learn to fear snakes almost instantly, sometimes after a single bad experience. But they struggle to learn the same intensity of fear toward objects that are statistically far more dangerous today, like electrical outlets or cars. Mineka's lab raised monkeys, who'd never seen a snake in their lives, developed snake fear after watching a video of another monkey reacting fearfully to one viewing. That's not learning in the normal sense. That's a switch being flipped that was already wired in. This is what researchers call biological preparedness, the idea, first proposed by Martin Seligman in the 1970s, that evolution doesn't leave fear learning to chance for the threats that mattered most. Cars kill roughly 40,000 people a year in the US. Snakes kill a tiny fraction of that number. And yet phobia surveys consistently show snake and spider fears near the top of the list, while almost nobody develops a debilitating phobia of sedans. Your nervous system isn't ranking threats by actual danger. It's ranking them by ancestral danger, using a scoreboard that stopped updating around the last ice age. The mechanism sits in the amygdala, a small almond-shaped structure buried deep in your brain. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux mapped out what he called the low road, a shortcut, where sensory information about a possible threat reaches the amygdala before it ever reaches your conscious, thinking brain. You physically react, heart rate spikes, muscles tense, breath catches before you know why. That's not a bug. That's a leopard-era feature, still installed, still running in the background of every single day of your modern life. And it isn't only about individual danger. Ecologists studying wolves reintroduced to Yellowstone documented something called the landscape of fear. Elk changed their entire behavior, avoiding certain valleys and river bottoms, not because wolves were constantly there, but because they might be. Human ancestors lived inside their own landscape of fear for most of our history, avoiding certain caves, certain water sources at dusk, certain tree lines, shaping where we slept, where we gathered, how tightly our groups clustered together at night for safety in numbers. That clustering instinct didn't disappear either. It's why a horror movie works better in a full theater than watching alone. It's why open, exposed spaces at night still feel wrong even in a city with zero predators, and why a parking garage with poor lighting can spike your pulse for no logical reason at all. So here you are, waiting for an elevator, scrolling your phone, and some part of your brain is still doing its old job, scanning the edges of the room, flagging the guy who stands too close, registering the dark hallway before you've consciously decided anything is wrong. You call it a gut feeling. Your ancestors would have called it Tuesday. The predators are gone. The wiring stayed. And every time your skin prickles for no reason you can name, that's not anxiety malfunctioning, that's 10,000 generations of leopards, still, in a way, keeping you alive.